This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. One final segment. We get back to the NFL, and we talked a little bit about it before. Patriots, one of the best teams in the AFC, no question about that. And it looks like right now their main competition, the Kansas City Chiefs, they continue to win. They have not lost many games. The only game they lost was to the Patriots, winning on the road this week against Cleveland. Yep. Is it really just the Patriots and the Patriots and the Chiefs and everyone else, or are we missing a team here or there?
Yeah, I mean, it really is just those two teams. I think the Steelers, if Le'Veon Bell comes back, which he might not, maybe the Steelers could contend, but they would probably fall short in the early rounds of the playoffs, like we've seen them in the past years.
Right.
But really, the Chiefs and the Patriots really are the top teams. Patrick Mahomes has been outstanding. He has led that team. I think he already has close to 30 touchdowns right now.
He's been pretty unbelievable.
He has been remarkable, and the pieces around him, obviously Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, that offense is a force to be reckoned with, and that Patriot-Chiefs game that we saw a few weeks ago, that was a shootout. I mean, such an offensive game. Patriots just won that one, really because they had the last possession of the game. Those two teams, I mean, I think it's going to be 1, Patriots, Chiefs 2, obviously because the Pats won that game come playoff time. But those two teams, I mean, they're going to contend for a Super Bowl. I really think so.
It's going to be interesting in the AFC with those two teams, and then you jump over to the NFC, and you have the same scenario. Two teams that are the best two teams. They played each other this year. That's what I'm talking about, is the Rams and the Saints. Yeah. The Saints getting the win this past Sunday. The Saints getting the win at home. Yep. Are those two the two best teams, and then it's everybody else in the NFC?
Yeah, I think so, and I think Drew Brees is having a phenomenal year, and of course Todd Gurley, he's probably going to win the MVP over there. I mean, those two teams are a force. The Rams, I know they picked up a loss recently, but those teams, and Jared Goff is having another good year. It's definitely, I think, those four teams, I think those are probably going to be the AFC and NFC championship matchups, definitely.
I mean, a lot of football to be played, a lot's going to happen, but we'll see how things shake out. And the Saints, it sounds like they are on the verge of getting Des Bryant.
Yes.
He was in camp today, and looks like he's going to sign on Thursday. So it'll be interesting to see what happens the rest of the way, but right now, I think if you pick those four teams, if I took those four teams versus the rest of the NFL, I think the two Super Bowl contenders or participants would come out of that. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way before we get to our Salt Hill Pub picks of the week.
It's time for the Salt Hill Pub picks of the week. Salt Hill Pub, honest food, perfect pints, live music, now here to serve you in 5 locations.
Here we are with our picks, but before we get to the picks, we'll update the standings. Last week, I was 3-2, the guest was 3-2, and Alex was 1-4. So the overall records, I am 30-14-1.
Still really good.
You got some work to do, but 24-20-1, the guest record, and Andrew's record 13-12. Back to over 500.
Yes, over 500. Feels good.
And then Alex, 27-17-1. So he's right in between.
Still really good.
Pretty good. So we're all over 500. So that's good. Let's get to the first one. Thursday Night Football. Panthers at the Steelers.
Yeah. So I am going with the Steelers. Panthers are 5-0 at home, but only 1-2 on the road. I think they're going to lose this one. Definitely going into Pittsburgh.
I agree with you. I take the Steelers as well. Also, that Thursday night game, always tough, traveling on the short week. Steelers are a really good team. They get the win there, even without Le'Veon Bell. Yep. Then the Patriots game, we'll get right into that. 1 o'clock on Sunday, Pats at Titans.
So the Titans, I think they're a little underrated. They're a good team, but I think the Patriots, they're on a roll right now. This offense can't be stopped. They're getting this win on the road, definitely.
Yeah, I agree with you. I take the Patriots. The Titans are coming off a short week, playing on Monday Night Football against the Cowboys. They have to travel home.
Right.
They do have the number 1 scoring defense in the league, so you watch out for that. It might be a lower scoring game, but I think the Patriots get the win there. Over to a matchup between a couple teams that it could be a surprise game. Saints at Bengals.
So I think the Bengals are a solid team, but I'm going with the Saints, just one of the better teams in the NFC. I think they're going to be the 2nd seed come playoff times. Drew Brees is going to lead them to a road win.
And I'm going to disagree with you there. I'm going to take the Bengals. Bengals are at home. The Saints have got to lose at some point. You wonder when that kind of letdown is going to happen. Maybe it's this week after a big win over the Rams and they go on the road. But we'll see on that one. Seahawks and Rams, big battle out in the NFC West.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good game. I just think the Rams, especially playing at home with the offensive weapons they have, they're going to win this one. It's going to be close.
Right.
Seahawks are solid, but I think the Rams, they're going to come out on top.
I agree with you. I take the Rams there. The Seahawks, they're close, but they're just not quite there. As we saw the Chargers go into Seattle last week and get the win. Phillip Rivers played well, so the Seahawks aren't quite back to what they could be. And then the late game, I believe, is Sunday Night Football, NFC East, Cowboys, Eagles.
So both these teams have kind of struggled at times this year, but I'm going with the Eagles, obviously the defending champs. They're going to the second half of the season, they're going to clean things up. The Cowboys coming off a rough loss to the Titans.
Right.
Eagles are going to win this one.
Yeah, Eagles get the win. They're coming off their bye week after they were in London a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I think you see them start to right the ship, and they take a hold of the division and win the NFC East. So that's going to do it for our picks. Don't forget you can check out the website, ycnnow.com, for all the updated standings and catch replays of the show. Thanks for watching YCN Sports Talk.